RHP Brett Graves was activated from the 60-day DL, and was with the Miami Marlins today. LHP Chris O'Grady will miss more time than previously thought. He was moved from the 10-day DL to the 60-day DL. LHP Caleb Smith was placed on the bereavement list, and will rejoin the Miami Marlins NLT Monday. The Miami Marlins optioned RHP Ben Meyer to the New Orleans Baby Cakes. RHP Merandy Gonzalez rejoined the Miami Marlins from the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Peter Mooney was sent to the Shrimp from the Baby Cakes. CF Anthony Seymour was assigned to the Jupiter Hammerheads from the Shrimp. LF Braxton Lee was assigned to the Shrimp from Jupiter. The Shrimp released SS Mason Davis. RHP Ryan McKay was assigned to the Batavia Muck Dogs from Jupiter. 3B Rodrigo Ayarza was sent to the Greensboro Grasshoppers from the Hammerheads. Greensboro placed 1B Lazaro Alonso on the 7-day DL. LHP Dakota Bennett, C. Pablo Garcia, RF Yarel Encarnacion, RF Albert Guimaro, C. Nick Fortes, LHP Logan Boyd, 2B Gerardo Nunez, of Josh Hart, LHP Carl Craigie, LHP Dylan Seifert, RHP Chad Martin, RHP Humberto Mejia, RHP Luis Mojica, C. Igor Baez, and CJD Osborne were assigned to the Batavia Muck Dogs. The DSL Marlins placed C. Archimedes Cumana on the 60-day DL. AAA Pacific Coast League New Orleans Baby Cakes 4, Sacramento River Cats 3 with 3,767 in attendance at Shrine on Airline in Metairie, Louisiana. The Baby Cakes, 32-36, topped the River Cats 33-36 by a 4-3 final. Sandy Alcantara fanned 6 in 7 innings, surrendering 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 walks. He posted a 62-game score and earned his 5th win of the season, placing 63 of 106 pitches over the plate. Jose Cueto was credited with a hold despite allowing 3 base runners in 1 inning of work, and Javi Guerra struck out the side for his 2nd save of the season. The top of the Baby Cakes order, comprising of Austin Dean, 2 for 3, Magnera Sierra, 2 for 4, and Eric Campbell, 3 for 4, collected 7 of New Orleans' 9 hits in the game. Campbell finished with the only New Orleans extra base hit, a double, as well as 3 RBI. Tomas Tellis and Cito Culver also had singles for the Baby Cakes. Tellis knocked in Dean with the first inning RBI single to open the scoring. In the third, Campbell smacked a 2 RBI double for a 3-0 lead. After the River Cats scored twice in the top of the 5th, Campbell hit an RBI single to take a 4-2 lead. AA Southern League Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp 7, Jackson Generals 6. The Generals outbid the Shrimp by a 13-7 margin, but the Shrimp made them count more, winning a 7-6 decision with 5,721 in the house at the baseball grounds of Jacksonville. Colton Mahoney started for Jacksonville, and surrendered 6 earned runs in 5 innings of work. He gave up 10 hits and walked a pair, striking out 6 Generals. Nick Whitgran gave up a hit in an inning, but kept Jackson off the board. Miguel Del Pozo, 2-0, 0.0, allowed 3 base runners in his inning of work, but also struck out the side to earn the victory. Zach Lamond and Kyle Keller, S1, each also tossed a shutout inning. Coming into the game, Mahoney had put up a 2.45 ERA over 47 and 2/3 innings, with a 1.280 whip. His 28-game score was the lowest mark of the season. He had 72 of 103 pitches in the strike zone. Monty Harrison and Eric Jagielo led the Shrimp with a pair of hits each. Jagielo hit a double and a home run for 4 RBI, and the Lions' share of the victory. Brian Shales drew 3 walks. Jackson scored twice in the top of the 1st to take an early lead, but the Shrimp immediately answered. O'Brien singled home Braxton Lee, and Jagielo followed with his 7th-round tripper of the season. The Generals tied it in the 4th, then scored 3 more in the 5th to get out to a 6-3 lead. O'Brien hit a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the inning to get within a pair. In the 6th, they got 1 more back with a John Norwood RBI groundout. Jagielo brought 2 runs home in the 7th, including the eventual game winner, with the 1-out double to right field. Single A South Atlantic League Greensboro Grasshoppers 4, Kannapolis Intimidators 1. Greensboro jumped out to a quick 1-0 lead when Johnny Santos hit an RBI triple in the first inning, scoring Jose Devers. Kannapolis answered with a run in the bottom of the inning, but it was the only one they would get against Greensboro pitching for the game. Devers added a triple of his own in the 5th, then crossed the plate when opposing catcher Carlos Perez dropped the relay throw. In the 6th, Cameron Baronick scored on a Will Allen single into right. Devers added an RBI single in the top of the 9th to set what would be the final score. With 2,348 in attendance at Intimidators Stadium, the Hoppers' Ryan Lilly, 6'1", 2.27, earned another win. He struck out 7 in 6 innings, allowing an unearned run on 5 hits and 0 walks. Lilly earned a 70-game score and got 70 of 96 pitches over the plate. It was also the 7th quality start for him in his last 8 games. Dustin Beggs came in for 2 perfect innings of relief, striking 1 out. Vincenzo Aiello nailed down his 3rd save of the season with a scoreless 9th, striking out 2 but allowing 2 base runners. Devers led the offensive charge for the Hoppers with 2 singles and a triple. Santos had a double and a triple, and Baronick collected a pair of singles. Greensboro out at Kannapolis by a 9-6 margin. Single A short season New York Penn League Batavia Muck Dogs 11, Auburn Doubledays 6. After dropping the season opener on Friday night, the Muck Dogs topped the Doubledays at Falcon Park. Alberto Guerrero, 1-0, 1.80, fan 5 in as many innings, allowing a walk and 2 hits. He also allowed 2 runs, but only one of them was earned. Jeremy Avale struck out 3 in 2 scoreless innings. Dylan Seifert gave up 2 runs in his inning of work, as did his reliever in turn, Chad Martin. Despite winning by 5, the Muck Dogs only out-hit the Doubledays 9-8. Gerard Encarnacion was 3 for 4 with a double on 2 RBI. Albert Guimara was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Sean Reynolds and Nick Fortes also had 2 RBI apiece on 1 hit each. Rookie Dominican Summer League DSL Marlins 4, DSL Red Sox 1-3. The DSL Marlins started out their season 1-7, but have since won 5 straight to almost get back to their starting point. More from minors. The Sox jumped out to a 3-0 first-inning lead, then slowly let the Marlins chip away for the victory. Jan Mercado hit a leadoff double in the 5th, and scored on Brian Pineda's single a minute later. Edmundo Martinez knocked in Pineda on an RBI single later in the inning to get the Marlins within a run. In the bottom of the 7th, Martinez grounded into a force out. He then stole second and advanced to third on an error before scoring on an Adonis Gorin single to tie the game. The Marlins took the lead in the 8th when Brian Campos crossed the plate on an error. Frank Valera, 1-1, 5.40, earned the win for the Marlins, striking out 6 batters in 3 scoreless innings of relief. He allowed only 1 hit and didn't walk anyone. In fact, Jesus Rosario was the only Marlins pitcher to walk anyone. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., the Doubledays will host the Muck Dogs in the rubber game of their 3-game set. Also at 2 p.m., the Baby Cakes will host Sacramento. Dylan Peters, 0-3, 8.69, will start for New Orleans opposite Mike Connolly, 0-0, at 3:05 p.m. Robert Duggar, 1-1, 5.32, will take the hill for the Shrimp, hosting the Generals. Trevor Rogers, 0-2, 8.78, will try to change his luck tomorrow starting at 5:05 p.m. against Kannapolis. He'll square off with Lincoln Hensman, 6-3, 2.30. Thanks for reading today's Farm Report. Check here for possible trade partners in the Starlin Castro sweepstakes. In the meantime, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our daily newsletter, delivered right to your inbox.